came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead.
All right, y'all. Looks like we're at the final round of pools. After this, the top 12 entries by metric of just total wins are going to advance into brackets. We're going to have a vote for, well, four boats that will then do a round robin against each other. So each will fight each other, best of ones against them. And the two highest scores there are going to get saved back into the bracket. Everyone's going to have an opportunity to do, modest revisions. Just let me know what you want to do beforehand. Send it in. I'll double check it. We'll be good. Let's try to avoid any like complete ship reworks. But honestly, the territory for a complete rework is pretty. You're probably not going to hit that. I'm fine if you want to swap from APS to cram. I'm fine if you want to add a bunch of secondaries. I'm fine if you want to add a bunch of torpedoes, or rework internal armor schemes. It's pretty open. Try to keep your basic shape intact. Try to keep the basic functionality of the ship intact. But make the improvements you think will help you against the other ships out there. Or don't. Just let it ride. It's all good. It's for fun. I just don't want anyone feeling like their design has some kind of like glaring flaw. Like maybe you noticed that you lost or you missed a spot of like neck armor or something, and your turrets keep getting popped when they shouldn't be. So this first round we're going to be doing Mephistopheles' Beleth versus the Z49. And bumper cards with ship details and such stuff are coming up so that it's a little bit easier to tell who made who and what the ship's stats are. I wanted to be past the first round of revisions and also not have to deal with inserting 24 of these suckers every like 2.5 hour to 3 hour recording and editing playlist or uploading session. All right, let's see how things go. Alright, so the Beleth is the APS version. Oh, plane is not planing. There we go. Plane's going now. Man. Well, the secondaries surviving that volley somehow, actually. Just barely kind of missing. Turret caps slowly getting chewed up here, though. Oh, man. Yeah, those are some nasty payloaded shells over from the Z49. See how it's holding up. It's interesting, the health number started out wildly in favor of the Beleth, but it's starting to kind of shift as the fight goes on. Looks like we lost 20% firepower on the Beleth, 19 on the Z49. Definitely have some firing pieces that have been sniped out. It looks like mostly damage to turret caps themselves, what we're suffering from here on the Z49. Oh man, it crossed over, and then these these kind of deck-mounted guns got to fire on the Peregrine. Ooh, bugger. Ooh, Beleth has basically been stripped of firepower here, though. Oh, no, okay, I think this is APS reloading nonsense. Yeah, no, we've got plenty of guns left. Definitely, oh man, the armor is starting to look pretty thin over here. What a wild race against time the fights against the projects tend to be. They just have so much redundant firepower, and it's kind of just like a game. Yeah, look, you can see components here. It's kind of just a game to see whether or not you can strip them of their damage potential before their redundancy gets to you. one is not firing anymore, so I'm guessing damaged. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Ah, yeah, that would do it. Okay. So we do really only have the couple of turrets here. The Peregrine is still out here trying. We've lost our spire, which is extremely important. Functional component, as we all know. It's kind of impressive that those firing pieces are still alive. Not a lot of functional turrets left. I'd say we have maybe 1.1 full kind of undamaged turrets. Torpedoes coming in. Yeah, it looks like the Belith may have weathered this out pretty well. The other thing I wanted to note is that, yes, the 5 minutes is restrictive here. That's just because pools had a lot of entries. We're going to be going back up to around 7.5 for each round once we hit brackets. So, you know, you're going to have a little bit more time. Damn, those are fast-moving torpedoes. Just barely missed. Suddenly the render distance mod actually kind of really working with the torpedoes. You can see they even had their own wake in the water. Sometimes it works and it's gorgeous. Other times it's just kind of there. We do have a pretty significant lead in both firepower and health right now for the Belith. So it does look like the Z49 just, honestly, you know, we've seen this with Mecha's designs. Chronically, they're really good at just grabbing your firing pieces and hitting you above deck. There's a good balance of above and below deck firing here. And it seems to work. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing to cause that, but whatever it is, it's doing a good job. The thing that seemed to happen here, though, is the Belith is causing the Z49 to close a little bit, which I'm going to assume means that the Belith largely lost steering, because this thing's set to close at like 1900 meters. Fascinating. All right. Okay. Next up, we're going to have the turret farmer versus the memeing eagle. This is a lot of firepower on both sides. For whatever reason, the memeing eagle reports 500 cram firepower, and I'm not going to argue. Initial volley going just a little bit far. Also, same deal with the missiles, it seems. Nobody's lost any firepower yet. Look at all of those crams coming in. I think this thing has, yeah, already starting to lose firepower. Okay, losing firepower on both sides. About to say, I think this thing has shells which are more than capable of getting through the kind of flimsy armor on the memeing eagle, but also, jeez, I saw gun parts. Oh boy. Big crams doing big cram things. We're staying pretty close in firepower, though. Both ships kind of smacking the shit out of each other here. Sorry for hanging out a little bit more on the turret farmer. It just is much prettier than the memeing eagle. And we haven't gotten to watch it too much. Oh, man. The crams really just, well, targeting clusters of blocks and making them less clustered. Whoa. Another big HE hit there. Just blowing out some guns. Oh man, I think the torpedoes just got a gun kill there. We... Engine dead? No. Differential. Roger. Looks like we're down to half the remaining firepower on the farmer. Let's take a look and see what kind of damage we've got here on the meme. I mean, yeah, this is what I expected to see. Those are really nasty guns. Well, that was one of the AIs. So, I mean, oof. Lots of nasty. Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay. Well, lots of ammo going up. Looks like, we got one of the engines dead here. I guess this is probably from torpedo hits. Honestly, this is weird. Has not been targeting the guns over much. We've got some damage to the cran. I mean, actually, this gun's mostly disabled, I would think, after that. Oh, wow. Just barely not enough power to get through the turret caps here. Looks like it certainly freaking tried. Yeah, I'd say like all the guns on the Memeing Eagle were coming pretty close to being killed there. Looks like the Contranave getting itself one DQ point. They might both be chasing the blimp, which is just hilarious to me. Where is the Contranave, actually? Oh, here it is. Okay, okay. Coming in for a torpedo run. Or leaving after a torpedo run, I guess. Yeah, there they are. Wow, what a spread. One's gonna hit? Sure did. Oh, that's a nasty torpedo. It looks like the dispersion of fire has just been a little bit much to get the job done. I think if these guns were a little bit more focused in one spot, in any one particular spot that they've hit, mind you, it would have been game over for this cram boat because of how clustered things are. Which is what I was really concerned about, is that the firepower is also compact on the Memeing Eagle. I mean, we've got plenty of fire and guns left, so like it's not over yet, not by a long shot. I'm basically like 1 or 2 shots anywhere in particular from losing all 3 of those turrets. And these torpedoes, oh, all right, well, they'll teach you freaking stern. Definitely looking kind of chewed up here. Eagle down to 71% firepower. Oh my goodness. Yeah, those crams are just still hitting really hard. Whoop. Alright. That one ain't firing anymore. What is it? Oh, well, I don't get to see what that one was still firing with. Actually, you know what? This midship gun looking totally fine, isn't it? This one, local weapon controller, and then a fair bit of the rest of it. Okay, we've got just that midship gun. Oh man, now it's being targeted down. Yeah, rapid fire crams, man. People were really sleeping on crams. Trying to tell me how weak they were going to be in this tournament. You take heavy armor out of the game, and crams are scary as hell. Okay, next fight, we've got the Slaughterlord by Damadoc going up against the Honest Grosso. Little Onyx Watch fan build. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, they've got one turns. They might actually... Oh, no, they turned just a little too much, I think. They got close, though. This second one's definitely going to hit. This one actually might still make it. Yeah. No? Maybe? Oh, just barely not. But those hit, for damn sure. Grosso's lost 5% firepower. Oh, looks like we might have lost a turret on the Slaughterlord from the kind of mixed munitions going on here. The missiles chewing up some armor there in the back. Not really taking anything out. Woof, setting some fires though. Oh no, the cranks. I did mention when I was looking through this that it scared me how little protection those had. Oh yeah, oh man. Local weapon controllers, I think on 3 of the main guns gone for the Slaughterlord. Oh, this one's lost its gauge connections. Ay ay ay. Oh, this one, these two lost their whole ass. Oof. Honest looks like it had lost about 25% firepower in the opening exchanges there. Little blimp. Oh yeah, damn. That's some pretty intense damage. Considering we're only a little over a minute in. Yeah, look at that. It got right through the neck. Blew it out. So that turret's actually functionally disabled. Yeah, Honest Grosso actually down to 55% firepower now. So it lost something else there. The blimp delivering its tiny little torpedo. Ooh, boy. Poked a lot of holes in the Slaughterlord. Amazingly, that second crankshaft has, or motor crank, has just stayed totally safe. Looks like we've still got 2 firing pieces there. It sucks that this one's local weapon controller got sniped so early on. This turret's dead. I guess the rest of the firepower must have been from losing... Did we get, like, internal in the crams here? No. About over here. Maybe we just lost, like, all the missile firepower. Must have been that. Oh, wait, no. Alright, here we are. This cram got completely... Alright, so this cram is dead. Alright, so, like, half the turrets are disabled. On the Honest. It's just hard to see because of pen depth shells. The Blorp still standing strong. Oh, I think we might be out of firepower on the Slaughterlord. Does it have torpedoes left? Is that the firepower that's being reported? It sure does. Hell yeah. Oh, bummer. Honestly, though, these first few rounds are the we're going like in order of number of wins, basically, because that's just the way things got tracked and written down. So the Slaughter Lord is still guaranteed a place in brackets. All of these first, I think, 12 entries are basically guaranteed to get into brackets, no matter what happens to them. And then the voting is going to be saving some of the like 1-and-1s, 2-and-1s, 1-and-2s. But yeah, the Slaughter Lord has performed fantastic. It looks like maybe there needs to just be a little more armor if possible, right around the guns, or it might have just been a stupid lucky hit that took the local weapon controller out. It's from the depths. I wish I could tell you exactly what happened, but that was a good fight. I mean, we got down to 50% firepower on the Honest. Like this really could have gone either. Those torpedoes went straight through. Holy shit, man. All right, next up, we've got two very interesting kind of cram ships going up against each other. We got Old Louis by Wes Retz going up against Maxolotl's Crambage. But tell you what, ACBs that toggle your weapons to be off, and then after about half a second, 3/4 a second, turn them back on, can work wonders for that initial volley of crams to keep them from being wasted. Because that first volley was from the depths as hell, just a blind shot. Well, one of the planes got absolutely murdered. Oh yeah, other one's pretty much dead too, or at least it's working on it. The anti-air capacity of Louis is pretty solid, as it seems. Buoyancy adjustment, Louis deciding to kind of hop for joy there. Crambage definitely protecting its firepower a little bit better here, it looks like. Louis was relying on a lot of size and empty space to keep his crams safe. Oh boy, we're starting to run out of the empty space. Oh no! Did that get the it got the connectors. This one's dead. This is a firing arc restriction. Looks like Louis wants to turn away from the crambage. Never my advice. We'll see what happens. Crambage turning in, as it likes to do. Oh dear. This is definitely going to be limiting the firepower going out and coming in. Oh man, look at all those blocks flying off of Louis. We do actually still have a couple of functional firing pieces here somehow. Louis still not wanting to turn back in. Might not even have propellers with which to do so anymore. It does. All right. It just... The back of the turrets are getting hit by shells. They can't fire. We're slowly running out. Both of the turrets have been decapitated. Oy, oy, oy. I hate to see this kind of thing. Starting to rapidly lose buoyancy and maneuverability as holes get opened up here. Still just trying to turn. Looks like we might have lost our cranks up top. We have. I don't know if Louis is gonna ever get to face the crambage again. It might just die where it stands. Sits, floats, boats. Yeah, and we're starting to get chewed through in the rear here. Not a lot of armor from the front or back protecting these suckers. In fact, Oh dear me. Yeah, you this needs to be. You need to have a cover here. This is just a hole. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you usually would want to have a layer of armor on top of your turret's essential components, and that layer of armor should mate 1-to-1 with your deck, which you usually want to be about 1 to 2 blocks thick. So you keep your necks small and compact, and to keep your deck modestly thick. And then you also want to have some armor on the turret itself that goes and presses up against the deck. Or at least I've had a lot of success keeping guns alive like that. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Everyone swears by something slightly different. That's my take. But you usually don't want to have an empty space. Oh God. The crampage, I think, the redundancy on it, and also just the way the AIs ended up behaving, really had an advantage in this fight. All right, another 2 entries, which I think are either, I guess they're 1-1 at this point. The Deke Titan and the Constantine. The Deke being Damodoc's entry, and the Constantine being mine. 1-0. Constantine already exploding some. Love to see it. First couple crams missing. Next couple crams. Oh, we got 1 turret cap hit. Don't think it was enough to do anything meaningful. Plenty more crams coming in now. Oh, that's 1 cram connector gone. Apparently worth about 10% firepower, which is incredible. Whoa, a whole volley of missiles coming in, smacking a turret cap there. More crams coming in and burrowing in. Doesn't look like they managed to do much here. They got close on this side, though. Constantine definitely lower on health. Oof, more missiles coming in, smacking some blocks off. A little bit of incendiary on them, a lot of frag. Just kind of constant cram volleys coming in here. I'm sure quite a few guns have been damaged far beyond what's being reported by the game right now on display. You can at the very least tell by the lack of damage some of the rounds do. Take a look and see how this thing's holding up. Looks like the paragliders are doing surprisingly well against the AA firepower. Yeah, no, that's a whole gun cord out there. We do have plenty of Yar-Har in our fiddle-dee-dees remaining, however. These torpedoes, yeah, pretty nasty. Look at that. Digging a nice big hole in here. Hitting, oh, hey, cram parts, hell yeah. They're hitting just a little low to get the guns on the Constantine. The guns sit higher up than they have any right to sit, considering this thing's center of gravity is actually still quite low. Magic. Although, the Deke, she's too maneuverable. Getting behind us. We can't turn. We're very fat. Hell, well, we're not fat. We're very skinny. We're long. Too long, can't turn. The plunging fire from the Constantine really starting to take a cumulative toll. Oh man, these missiles also just nailing turret caps. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh no, are we only down to 3 firing pieces? 4. Okay. Oh, I saw water splash in that turret well. That's not good. Missiles still kind of just digging in here. Oh, okay, we got a lot of fires under the water line. Weird plunging fire from the Constantine. Kind of a bizarre silhouette in the distance, isn't it? It really looks more like a big stupid Greek boat of some form, doesn't it? From a distance. Or like one of the stereotypical Viking longboats. Weird. Very weird. Looks like the Deke has had a lot of its firepower sniped off at this point. Is it down to just AA guns? Oop. Little torpedo from the hang glider. Or really it's a glide bomb, not a torpedo. At this point, the, oh, well, I was going to say the missiles are largely going over top of things, but, that set just had to prove me wrong. More torps coming in. Ooh, man. Big hit. Engine crams. I think we've largely defanged things on the Titan. Bye. Alright. Looks like that's gonna go to the Constantine. I was really close up front, but I think it just kind of weathered the surface of the Deke down. Now this one ought to be a little bit interesting. We've got the weaponized boogie board going up against the organ gun. Helicram versus Helicram. Organ seems to have had the same issue it ran into last round, where firing restrictions kept most of its crams from going. There they go. Second round coming in. Alright, okay. It's mostly going for blocks above water. Stripped a shit ton of guns off, unfortunately. Shit ton of guns remaining. What a weird match. These are two really weird cram entries. I'm so interested to see how this goes. Fighting for their guaranteed bracket spot. Lost some more firepower on the Zeagle there. Boom! Oh no, most of those went over! They must be aiming for the turret cap. Uh-oh. That's a small target. Following in the lines of cram. Look at that. Oh, I love that it's just like planing the top off of this boogie board. Just stripping blocks away. It looks like we might have actually missed one of our... Oh no, look, we went... we went for the frickin' command tower. Aiming for the front again. A couple good hits. Alright, alright. We're taking a couple turret caps off each time. I'm seeing a lot of blocks falling off of this organ. Ooh, things are getting sketchy. I I can see a local weapon controller. The turret cap. Is it durable enough to survive all of these thump crams? That's kind of the question. Will the organ rip all the firepower off of the boogie board before its turret cap fails? There's a lot of people. It seems to have wanted to switch targets, or did the Zeegle suddenly lose engine power? No, or not the Zeegle, but the organ. It is moving slower. Maybe just because it's turning. Or is the Zeegle starting to go detection blind? This is interesting. I'm not sure why it swapped targets there for a moment. There we go. Alright, that's some turret cap hits. I don't know how much firepower it's actually removed yet. It's just starting to get through. Looks like the organ has started trying to burrow through the center of the craft rather than doing scorched earth on the top of it. I don't know if that's the best strategy. But hey, the AI is gonna do what the AI is gonna do. Alright, okay. Alright, got another couple turret caps there. Meanwhile, there's still just so much. Yup, we're starting to lose firing pieces. We're also starting to lose detection, I think. Oh yeah, look at that. This is interesting. Crams still coming in. What a cool matchup. I hate to see these two ridiculously unique entries going up against each other, but it's just the way things rounded out. It does look like we're starting, we're starting to have firepower seriously get chunked off the organ. They are so close in health. Yeah, down to 60% firepower on the organ now. The turret cap is starting to fail. The Zeegle now ahead in firepower. But it might be just a little bit too late by the clock. Unless it can do 3% firepower here. Or if it has completely disabled the turret cap. It has not. Oh man, that was really close, but the monitor lizard takes it. Okay, we've got Solid Pickles Horst versus Protoneps, Aya Bell Reynolds. We'll see how this goes. This is going to be interesting. The Horst is the significantly cheaper entry. Looks like we've lost some firing pieces already. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I saw a shell go straight through this turret cap. Horst starting to lose some firepower now too. I wonder if that was also from turret cap. It's fascinating because these both have fairly minimal / weak turret caps and barbettes. Oh god, it looks like the Reynolds might have lost another couple firing pieces here. I still see rounds going out from the rear turrets. Oh, this one is just completely dead. Yep, look at that. Round went right in. The Bell Reynolds, one of the most expensive ships in the tournament, only loses out to a couple. Lot of it invested in firepower. Unfortunately, that it does mean that sometimes the turrets can be just a little bit on the vulnerable side. It had very thin armor originally. After a couple of small changes and revisions, it held up a little bit better. But it can still struggle against ships which have deep penetrating weapons. This one has what you would say is no firing pieces. Interesting. It was also targeting mid-ship here. It did just completely kill a couple of the turrets. It's also kind of cool because these are two, I would say, very traditional looking ships going up against each other, which is always very fun. Or classical, I guess you would say. Very World War II, Vietnam era. Got a firing piece left here. Oh man, this turret got... the neck is gone. The neck is gone, and it looks like it may have also gotten some damage below the waterline. Yeah. Right in, blew up the local weapon controller. Damn, man. Pickle bringing some nasty guns to the fight. Pickle bringing some very nasty guns to the fight. We may be out of firepower on the Reynolds. I'm waiting to see if this remaining gauge snake has any teeth left. No. That may have been an AI death of the functional AI. Let's see what happened here, just for posterity's sake. Oh my goodness. What appears to have happened is, well, no, the local weapon controller is still alive. Yeah, it's turned back on. Okay. Interesting. Oh, it was probably a firing... Yeah, firing restriction. Oh, well, there went the final gauge connector. I think we're out of firepower on the Reynolds. Well, that was another shell that just went right through. Yeah, we can see right here. It just went right on through here. Okay, next up we've got Damodoc's Fire, which I think is the single most expensive entry in the entire tournament. Going up against Kevin Try's Z42. Fucking wild. I spawned these ships at -3 meters. And sometimes the game still, like, has the center of their mass being so high up that they still have to kind of drop in for a second. I mean, at the very least, it gives your props a second to spin up, am I right? There's a lot of firepower coming out from the fire, although... Oh, what? No, what happened here? Why are you reporting so low? Is it just because your APS... Okay, it's just because your clips are empty. And also potentially because this gun is dead. This gun is dead. Yes. Okay. That was a nasty round. Snuck right in there. Oh, man. More gun components there. Hate to see that. Turning out a little bit from the fire. Not that big a deal for it since its firing arcs are spectacular. You usually want to see the firepower. Oh, damn. Another... Oh, Jesus. this armor. Oh no. We have ended up quite far away. Not. Oh no, okay, the fire still has a couple functioning firing pieces. Oh, that gun is gone. Oh, that gun is so gone. The combination of pen depth, pure chemical, and pure kinetic on these prototypes really testing people's armor schemes. Like, these are definitely kind of stress test ships. Like, do you have enough armor to weather a extremely strong alpha strike and just deal enough damage? Oh, look at all this damage that was done midship. You know, these little crabs, I think, took most of the punishment for the cluster of block targeting. But yeah, these are very nasty ships, depending on your armor scheme, I think. Really requires either something very thick or something very dispersed. Dispersed, but with enough emphasis placed on hard points to keep your guns alive. Because otherwise, they're just so capable of stripping out components. Wild. I do think that the fire has lost all of its firepower now. What a strong showing from the Z42. And the fire has actually been doing pretty well this whole run too. I think this just, this was not a good matchup for it. Whatever kind of party mix we have going on. And look at all those gun parts. Sorry. Whatever kind of party mix we've got going on in the 42 really worked for getting through the fire's armor. Alright, now we've got the mustachioed ones, Rotten Log, going up against the liable Mark II, which is just an abomination of metal in the best possible way. Some of the most effective armor so far that we've seen in the tournament. So far, the Ugly has lost a couple simple weapons, I think, or maybe secondaries. We are having some detonations. Hard to say where or when or why. You know, the Rotten Log getting in and detonating pretty deep in here. Oh, okay, it's hitting into buoyancy chambers. Oh, there went a secondary. Rotten Log, oh man. Okay, couple of those shots finally getting through on the Rotten Log. We've lost 2 guns. Took a couple volleys to start punching deep enough. Lay Ugly turning out. Not the best. Not necessarily what you want to see. Rotten Log might turn in here in a second. Looks like it's still firing at the turrets. It's already disabled. Oh, there we go. Now it's firing at the rear. It's picked a new aim point. That's another thing that can really help. Is refining how often you switch targets. Oh shit, that was a whole turret gone in that volley. Damn. Although the Ugly taking some serious punishment from the guns on the Rotten Log. Very good rounds. Very good shells here. Whatever the ooh, I think that went straight through this turret. It sure did. Went through the turret without disabling it. Wow. Looks like we've got 2 guns alive. on the rotten log. Let's take a look back in at the ugly, see where this lost firepower is coming from. Oh, yeah, okay. Turret caps being totally chewed through here. It's like all the secondaries are gone. This turret cap also getting beat up. Nice. Alright. Rotten log proving to be a very competent turret sniper here. Why are you both turning out? Oh, no, the rotten log turned in. Okay, never mind. Oh, okay, the rotten log might be engine dead. No, it's just lost most of its props. Okay. Oh boy. Another thing that might help out behavior refinement. I think a lot of these ships would prefer or enjoy staying on broadside as aggressively and as long as possible. Partially a matter of taste. There are advantages to weaving in and out. It's just that these are very large guns. Everyone's got them. And nobody has access to the kind of armor that can really stand up to them in a thin profile. So keeping the thick broadside armor facing your opponent, I think, is really important here in a way that you don't often see in From the Depths. It does look like the rotten log is effectively defanged, though. Oh no, okay. Never mind. I spoke too soon. We've got cram firepower going out. Yeah, you know, I'm glad I allowed the heavy armor around the turret bases because it's nice to see the turret rings, if you will excuse me, the sub-objects, still alive. You know, the gun is dying from deep penetration and payload delivery rather than getting, you know, selectively plunked out, which it would have been from one of these rounds, just looking at the damage pattern here. So that's awesome. That's definitely going to be a mainstay in the future, I think, with these kinds of old world tech tournaments. Alright, looks like the ugly did take that. Alright, Mephistopheles' Edgelord, which kind of had a cursed bracket run of very hard matchups, I think, going up against Jacques Ice 21. Let's see what happens here. It's gonna be interesting to see how well the ice weathers cram firepower. I don't know if we've seen it go up against crams meaningfully yet. And it does have a decent amount of redundancy going on. Did the torpedoes... I don't think the torpedoes got to drop. I think the plane closed too quickly. Oh, no! The one of the planes got blown up. Yeah, I think that was it there in the water. Just completely... Poor thing. Ice down to 62% firepower already. Oh man, yeah, it looks like the crams are pretty effectively stripping out some guns. How are we looking main turret wise? Okay. 2 of them disabled, 2 of them alive. Lots of simple weapons left, although they're mostly going for the planes. Peregrine... You know, it's bombing run AI. I don't think we've really gotten to take a close look at that. It really varies altitude a ton. It's gonna make it pretty hard to hit with anything but very fast shells. Looks like the Nakajima is really going after it. Unless it's lost control, which it may have. Oh, those torpedoes though are not going to do it. No, there it is! Go, little guy, go! I don't know why it's so aggressively targeting that guy with torpedoes. Oh dear. It needed target prio settings, I think. That's right, there's incendiary in these crams. This might have been the only cram entry which has incendiary in it. Strong damage type, especially in the absence of heavy armor. Pretty easy to, oh, yep, there was another turret cap. Pretty easy to get enough fuel to burn through quite a lot of metal. It's just that the reliance on damage over time is an interesting gamble. Now this is kind of fun. One of the interesting things about rubber is it's flammable as all hell. So it's kind of a little bit of a spooky material to use with incendiary lurking around now. Ice down to 59% firepower. I think most of what's remaining are simple weapons. Yes. Does it have torpedo banks? Oh, it's engine dead. Oh, well, okay, yeah, wow. Engine dead or not, it's got one problem running at the, I knew these were gonna get blown up at some point. Called it when I was first looking at, oh, that's a big fire. Looks like it's just a cram fire, though. It's not from engines going up or anything. This is still burning up here, the rubber. The rubber alloy is still burning. Oh, the ICE's AI is gone. Alright, now we've got the Z50, the final of Kevitrai's submissions, going up against Jacques or Colm. And it's AA Blimp. Definitely going to be kind of spooky matchup here due to the Z50's very dispersed, very high firepower. Looks like we've lost some of the secondaries already here. Torpedoes going out. Those are probably going to hit. Yeah, that's looking good to me. No trail, though, oddly enough. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it don't. Oh, they went underneath the secondaries. Oh, no. It's a horrible inconvenience of depth settings there. Oh, the blimp just took a big hit. Oh, yeah, look at it. Kind of struggling along here. It's live! Oh, another couple rounds. Leaving. The poor thing. Looks like it's mostly getting hit by solid shot. Oh, man. Or Colm really having difficulty weathering the variety of APS shell types getting thrown at it. Always pretty difficult. Trying to deal with a variety of different shell types when you're building realistic and with walkable interiors like Jacques likes to do. They look beautiful, but man, certain shell types are just going to give you nightmares. Aira's armor is fantastic against heat and hash And it can even be really good against pure HE because it gives you layers of separation, you know? It gives you degrees of damage to shed off. But against chemical rounds, especially if someone's going for semi-penetrators instead of a pen depth fuse, it's just so hard to stop the shells sometimes. I believe all of my ships went for semi-penetrators instead of pen depth. So basically, they're pure kinetic until the kinetic runs out, and then they blow up. Oh man, it's like we're mostly out of main guns. We're even these casemates, which have been surviving for the most part. Yeah, got stripped out. It looks like. The blimp is still alive, though. Let him go. Oh, man. I don't know how there's enough helium left in that thing to keep it up. Maybe it's the wings, the internal wings. Got one firing piece remaining. The Z-50 did lose a fair bit of firepower, but I think it just had a bit too much a redundant solid shot. Can really see that kind of there's some chemical rounds just to prove a point that it's got enough mixed munitions to do whatever kind of damage it needs. That's the AI right there. Thank God for heavy armor, otherwise that would have just blown it up. It didn't even take out the door though, which is kind of hilarious. Ooh, still targeting near the same area though. It's kind of funny just seeing these doors still around, you know. The hallways still open. Mess hall still open. We're all good. Still walkable. Still dineable. Thriving. These torpedoes are actually going to overshoot a little bit, I think. Just a little bit, yeah. Oh, they got the AI. Okay, final round. We have Zero Nos's Old Gray going up against the Armageddon Omega Mine Thrower. And, yeah, interesting. Let's see how this goes. Follow the mines and the BF in here. Does look like the mines are going to fall just a little short this first volley. We'll get them next time, Chief. Actually, we probably will. Oh no! The Raider got his wings shot. Oh, and then it got aggressively shot. Damn. There it goes. Oh, jeez. Armageddon Omega already lost some of its, yeah, two main turrets. Looks like some of these mines are going to be close enough to, yup. Maybe we'll get some propulsion or something with them. Plenty of rounds going out still. They're kind of passing by each other, which is interesting. A lot of crammed firepower, man. Those might overshoot a bit. Actually? Magnets? Maybe? This one might get him. Go on, bud. Oh man, there's another turret cap. Whoa, man. Old Gray's crams really... stripping blocks off of it. In fact, we might be largely detection blind here. Just looking at the way the turrets are all moving. Oh dear. Definitely looking like, with the Omega slowing down, the Gray is likely to take this. Like the Omega's dead in the water. Got one firing piece remaining though. Pretty cool looking ship. I do like these turret caps. I like those turret caps a lot. Looks like we lost most of our AI. I don't think any guns are capable of getting on target anymore here. Oh man. We may have just lost the transmitter entirely. Oh yeah, this was an AI room. I'm not sure what AI is keeping this thing alive right now.